Here we see a rather interesting piece, Senmut with Princess Nefrua. And this is an example of a block statue, very popular in the New Kingdom. So really, the statue is primarily a block form. The only details being added are really the heads more than anything else. And this is one of 8 so far that have been found of these block statues. Now, Senmut was the pharaoh's counselor, and he would have been a tutor to the princess. He would have been closely tied to the family. Why is he holding the princess tight? Well, at the end of the day, this is status by association. This is basically advertising the fact that you are tied to the royal family via tutoring the princess. It's not necessarily anything specifically inappropriate. This is effectively advertising. Advertising for people after him. Obviously, this is not something he would necessarily put in his home or something like that. The text on the stone describes his work and his connection to the royal family, focusing on that association. The royal princess is shown and probably would have been approved by the pharaoh at the time. This is important because if it wasn't, of course, we probably wouldn't be looking at it. It would have been destroyed, or, at the end of the day, Senmut would have been killed off and the statue buried or whatever they would have done with it. So there is some element of allowance. And we see this today, for example, in England, you'll see something called a royal warrant, which is there to tell people that you do work for the royal family. And it's no different here. Senmut is saying, hey, I do this work with the royal family, and it's not necessarily advertising status. He's not taking on new tutors, new students. But what it is doing is basically saying, especially after he's gone, that he had this association, the same idea as being buried near the pyramid of a pharaoh you may have served.